What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I wanted to get an idea of where we will be when land comes out in terms of how quickly we can get DEC to peg. There's a lot of conversation about that now. People are feeling quite bullish on DEC, thinking that we're going to get there. And keep in mind, when the last phase of land was launched, 1.0, we got very close. We were at like 95% of peg. So obviously we've dropped down significantly since then. But between that time, we have had the Great Burning, which was done in end of May into June at the beginning of the summer, as well as we've locked up about 85 million tokens so far for the Rift Watcher packs. And of course, we've burned a bunch else in that time. You can see here, we've gone down from over 5 billion now to about 4.65, sorry, let me put it this way. 4.6 billion is what we have in circulation. You can say maybe almost like 100 million of that is tied up in Riftwatcher packs, but probably by the time that this comes out, or by the time land comes out. And of course, we have a bunch tied up in liquidity pools. So I'm just going to share some math here with you, some of the numbers. I know this isn't perfect, and I know people are going to be able to arbitrage off the different pools, but I want to account for that and just show a relatively large number to be conservative, and then, of course, get your thoughts in the comments. So we're going to go over to the DEC, diesel pools, and I'm just going to show you here, obviously, the largest pool that we have. Oops, there you go. Largest pool that we have is DEC SPS. And let's see, on the 7-day, we are at $715,000. I'm sorry. Yeah, $715,000. So DEC SPS is the biggest pool that we have overall, but also on Hive Engine. Now, if we come here and you want to swap, right? And I'm choosing this pool because it has the most liquidity, the most depth in it. So if we do this, I'm just going to put in 100 million, right? So there's 100. There's 100,000, 1, 2, 3. 100 million is more than a 28% price impact, right? So it's going to increase the price by 28%, which, since we're at about 0.78, we're close to that, 0.8 area. A 25% increase from 0.8 gets us to peg, right? That it pushes the price up. So I'm just saying 100 million pushes us up 28%. And here's the thing, right? Let's say we go to the Hive. Swap.hive, there we go. And we do 100 million here. 1, 2, oh, what is that? Hold on, I'm running out of zeros. 100, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, boom. Not enough liquidity. This would push things up 276%. So 100 million. There's 4 pools that are available that are not just on the Hive chain, right? You have DEC SPS and DEC Swap.hive. Those are both available on the Hive chain. But there's also DEC DAI and DEC BUSD. Now, here's the thing. DEC SPS, 700,000. DEC DAI, 366,000, and DEC BUSD 433,000. So none of them are as large as DEC SPS. But even if we just go with the maximum amount, 100 million, right? And to account for the arbitrage, let's say it's 100 million across each of the different pools to account for that arbitrage. That's 400 million DEC that is required to be bought in order to get us to peg. Again, these are just rough numbers. It's not perfect math. I'm just sharing with you that the largest liquidity pool will get us there with 100 million. So it goes to say that each of the other main ones that we're using, Swap.hive, DAI, and BUSD, if we just account for all of those at that same level, it's probably going to be less than 400 million DEC. Now, that being said, it all depends on demand, right? A lot of people might already have the DEC that they need for land. But for those who don't, if they are going to come in and buy 400 million DEC worth, that could be something significant, right? I mean, it's a lot of money. First of all, like when you convert it to USD, right? At peg, that's like $400,000. We're probably closer to like $300 now, 300,000, 320 or so. But here's the other thing to keep in mind: if people are going to be using DEC from the pools and they're going to be pulling that liquidity out. I know not a lot of them are, but if some of them do, well, all of a sudden that reduces the 400 million. Again, it's not even 400 million. It's probably significantly less than that. If you just go and like look at the liquidity all across this, I mean, this is maybe 3 times. So we're probably looking at like 300 million, maybe somewhere between 300 to 400 million DEC. Of course, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are buying, hoarding DEC now, expecting this to happen and trading, making a pretty easy trade on the way up. Not financial advice, but I'm just saying, if you expect it to go towards PEG, this is like a 25% gain that you could be getting right now, which is kind of insane. But that's kind of where my head is at for this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think that once land is announced or launched, or we get some kind of hint of when it's going to be, if we will get to PEG relatively easily and relatively quickly? Or are you feeling bearish and thinking that, even 300 to 400 million worth of DEC is not going to be movable because land maybe doesn't have the full utilization that we're expecting, people already have the DEC, or people just aren't interested? I don't know. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.